Right, I think that's us. Yes, we are live. So listen, welcome to our Facebook Live, everyone. My name's Dale. I run the Sack the Boss team. We are all basically partners with a company called UW. So UW is based down in London, and what UW do is they help people make really good extra cash working remotely from home or working around their kind of normal full-time job. So what I've done today, I'm conscious that we haven't done a team Facebook Live for a wee while. So that's my bad. That's just my terrible organisation skills. But it's really good to have some new faces to the team on. And we've also got Evan on, who has been in the team now for just over 6 months. So I thought this would be really good because you can hear from brand new team members and also some longer standing members and get feedback from them. Because if you ask me what it's like to be in UW, I'll tell you it's amazing. Because it is. It's what a great way to make money. What a great way to build royalty income, actually. And royalty income is something that most folk are probably not getting at the moment. So we will touch on that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to play a very quick video. It just quickly introduces the company. It's only about a minute and a half. And then we're going to go we'll do ladies first, and we'll speak to Leanne, and we'll get a bit of background from Leanne. What's her background, why she got involved with UW, and the good, the bad, and the ugly. Is that all right, Leanne, if we do that after the clip?
Yeah,
cool. Now, I can see there's folk watching live, so this is where you can help people. This is what UW is about. UW is about helping people when they maybe need some options for earning money. So if you are watching this live and you know somebody who could maybe benefit from making really good cash working from home. Oh, I forgot to put my banner on, 2 seconds. Yeah, there's the banner scrolling along the bottom. So if you know anyone who would like to make extra cash working from home, then share this live with them. You can go into your Facebook and you can either share it through Messenger, or you can tag your name in the comments, or you can just tell them to follow the Sack the Boss page and watch the video. Right, let's go to our clip and we'll be back to you, Leanne, in a wee sec.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
We've only gone and done it again. We've won another ritual. That's 10 years in a row.
Partners are the lifeblood of UW. Thanks to everyone here at Network Headquarters, we have a record number of partners joining the business and getting promoted.
Because of all our hard work, UW has won 4 MoneyWise awards.
UW is all about supporting incredible charities and institutions. And this year, we're behind Plastic Oceans UK and our NHS. We're all with you.
We can't be together, but we've never been better connected. Our business and people have adapted to working from home in style.
This year we've welcomed 738 new starters to the family. Trotters has never had this much business.
Thanks to everyone, UW now offers bigger and better home services. There's no stopping us now.
This year saw UW host its first ever Virtual Express Day, and it was watched by more than
A great wee video. Okay, so that gives a bit of background about who UW are. So basically, we supply energy, broadband, mobiles, and insurance. That's dead boring, isn't it? Really boring, but do you know what? These are essential services that we all pay. Everyone pays them. What most folk do is they use brands from the TV, but that just means they're paying way more than they need. Whereas there are ethical companies out there that they don't advertise, but that saves them millions, so they can do long-term savings, much better value direct to the UK public. Anyway, enough about UW. Leanne,
Hi.
can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Good, right, okay. So Leanne, see for the folk watching, and again, there'll be lots of folk watch these videos on replay. That's where we get most of the viewers. It's folk who are watching it when it's repeated. So for the folk that are watching, would you just let them know a bit about you, where you're from, and what your work background is?
Yeah, so my name's Leanne. I am 29 and I'm from Bishopbriggs and just outside Glasgow. So my background is, so just now I currently work for NHS 24, so the 111 service. So I do that part-time. I've got a wee boy who's 2. So since I had him, I decided I didn't want to go back to work full-time. Prior to that, I worked for Tesco Bank before I had Luca. But I just decided, I want to kind of be here for him. I don't want to put him in nursery. I want to actually be here for him, when he's young. And then, so yeah, NHS 24 works fine for me. I kind of work evenings, weekends. So I just kind of fit this in kind of during the day when he's napping, or like in the evenings when I'm not working. So this is kind of ideal for that. But yeah, I've got lots of kind of customer service sort of experience. Used to work in retail as well. So I've kind of got quite a broad customer service sort of experience in different sectors.
Good. So you're quite good with people, basically, is what you're saying. You're used to having a wee blather with folk.
So.
Nice and friendly.
Yep.
And who introduced you to the Sack the Boss team?
It was Evan, who's on the call just now.
Oh, perfect. I didn't know that. Good. So good on you, Evan. And so, Leanne, there'll be a lot of folk watch these videos. They're not currently with us. There maybe their current circumstances are they would like to have more money coming in, and this maybe sounds a bit too good to be true, because that's what a lot of folk tend to think when they first hear about this. Hold on a minute, I work a week for £400. How on earth can somebody earn £400 from one appointment? So, Leanne, how's it been?
Yeah, it's been brilliant. Like, I was the exact same. Like, Evan could probably tell you, like I was saying, before I joined, I was asking loads of questions. I was, questioning. I was like, surely, that as if it is too good to be true. But, I thought I just need to kind of go for it. Like, there's nothing, don't really have much to lose. So I'd seen obviously Evan's kind of Facebook posts and stuff, which is what kind of attracted to me. Obviously, kind of the commission, he was obviously earning quite good commission, and he qualified for a weekend breakaway. So I was like, right, and I kind of knew I wanted to start doing kind of earning a second income. So that's when I reached out to him. But yeah, no, absolutely, like, it's true. Like, you can't earn that much money just in an hour's work. So it's, it is definitely an option that's out there that you can do. Yeah.
So, and just for the folk that are watching, I probably, I'll just to caveat it, we can get £400 an appointment, but we don't always get £400 an appointment, because we get the money we get paid is dependent. When we show somebody Utility Warehouse, we let that person decide what services they want to take. And depending on the services they take, depends how much we get. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Cool. So it can be as little as £50 for about an hour's work, which, by the way, I still think is a great rate for an hour's work.
£50 an hour is,
yeah. But it can go as much as 400 once you've got a bit more training, a little bit more skills, and you're maybe just being a little bit more proactive.
Yep.
So what would be for folk who are watching, because again, there'll be team members watching and there'll be folk who are watching who are maybe looking at this as an opportunity, what kind of advice would you give? Because it's like every work, there's good points and there's bad points. Mm-hmm. So if there was anybody watching and they're maybe, I'm not sure if I could do that or not, but they've maybe got a similar background to you, have you any tips, any advice, any do's or don'ts that you would maybe say to folk?
Yeah, I would say as long as you're willing to step out your comfort zone, you can do it. It's when you don't have, if you're used to kind of working in, a customer service environment where you've got like a manager and you know what you've got to do, and you go and speak to people. That's what you're paid to do. But with this job, you have to go out your way to speak to people. You have to be talking to people, and you have to make sure you're motivated to do that and willing to, as I said, step out your comfort zone. So if you're willing to do that, then this job, you will do well in it. Like 100% you will.
And training wise, did you feel that the training that the company provide, because all the training is free, but did you feel the training helped? Did it help you develop your skill set with us?
Yeah, the training was brilliant. Nice and easy to follow. And you can always go back to it as well. I found I have gone back to the training as well, just to, it doesn't take that long to do it, and you can go back to any time you want, just to refresh your memory. And as I said, being part of the team as well, there's always help as well. That's what I found. Being in the Sack the Boss team, there's always someone. If you've got a question, someone will ask you. And even the UW, as a whole, there's always someone there to answer questions.
Good. Are we allowed to talk money? I mean, are you okay if we talk money? I should have asked you beforehand, sorry.
No,
so what's been the best month?
Probably the first month was I joined the very beginning of February, I think it was. So yeah, I couldn't have asked for a better start. I think I brought in just shy of £1,500, I think. Just as I said, just doing this in my spare time.
How many hours? Sorry to interrupt. How many hours do you think you put in to bring in £1,500? Because it's important, because £1,500 if you worked 40 hours a week.
Yeah.
So how many hours do you think you put in for that 1,500?
I think the first month I probably put in about 10 hours, maybe. Probably in total 10 or 11, roughly. So yeah.
Not bad, eh?
Not bad at all.
And then second month, maybe not so good?
Yeah, second month was a bit slower. I still, done all right. And then April there, I had quite a good month. I think April there, obviously we've not had the kind of commission yet, but what I've worked out is 700, I think. Probably from about roughly the same sort of, maybe not as much as that, maybe about 8 or 9 hours work maybe I've done for that.
So it sounds to me as if you're averaging roughly about £100 odd an hour.
Yeah, sounds about right, yeah.
Yeah. Which, I don't know, there's not many jobs out there that kind of pay that rate of,
No,
not unless you've been studying as a lawyer for the last 10 years.
Definitely not.
Right, okay, and incentives wise, have you managed to hit any of the incentives with us yet, or is there anything that you're aiming for?
Yeah, no, I've qualified for an incentive each month. So obviously I've just qualified for the pizza incentive there for April, which,
Brilliant.
I'm looking forward to that. And then, the party pack in March, and then it was the Mindful Chef. So that was brilliant, that incentive. Actually, we got three weeks worth of, 3 big boxes of the Mindful Chef. So that was amazing. Really, really good. So that was the first incentive. And that inspired me to, obviously, because I thought if that's how good the incentives are, like that alone, like, would make you want to kind of work, for your money.
Good. No, listen, that's great that you've had incentives pretty much consistently since you've joined.
Yeah.
So listen, really well done, and thanks for just kind of sharing for all the folk that are watching, Leanne. That's really good of you. We'll maybe jump over to Kathleen. We'll do the girls first. Kathleen, how are you?
I'm good, thanks, Dale.
Good. So we were out today, weren't we? Yeah.
In that rain.
Yeah, we were out in the rain today. So Kathleen, again, for the folk watching, if you wouldn't mind just giving a bit of background, what your kind of work experience was previously, how you came across us, and how the good, the bad, the ugly.
No worries. So I've been a Southern World consultant for about over 9 years now, and obviously when the whole COVID thing started, obviously March last year, our groups all went virtual. So I'd started looking for other work and actually got a delivery driving job.
Right.
Then I was doing that, and it made me start thinking about where I was actually going, what I was doing, and how, it's so important, I think, nowadays to just have different means of income, if that makes sense. And it was actually a Sack the Boss advert. I watched numerous lives and things like that. And I thought,
on social media.
And I thought, what, this can't be real. Surely to God you can't make that amount of money in so many short hours. But I thought, what? I kept watching. I think after the third or fourth time, I thought, what? I'm just going to apply. What have I got to lose? And it's been the best decision so far. I think it was touched on by some of the guys before. It's not always easy, but if you put the activity in, you put the work in, you get the results from it. And for me, the personal development alongside that as well has been absolutely massive. How it makes you think, just about changing your mindset constantly. I think that's a big, big thing. And just similarly, Leanne, I think my best month was my first month. I started just at the tail end of January, February, and I was about 1,500, just under that. Worked out about 19 hours, I think it was, my first few weeks. And again, you're getting that upfront income as well, which was brilliant. So
you were just short of £80 an hour as an average?
Yeah, pretty much. That was including the couple of hours training and stuff like that as well, online and things like that.
So the flexibility for you is you quite like the fact that you can like fit this around your delivery job, you can fit it around your Slimming World business.
We've went back to Europe the last 2 weeks, so I'm doing the delivery driving job and I'm doing Slimming World, but I'm still managing to fit time in every week and do this as well. So do you know what? It can absolutely be done. Again, it's just about your mindset and making sure you get out there and get things done.
So if for the folk that are watching, or for the folk that watch this in a replay, do you know anyone that's a Slimming World consultant who is maybe looking to make some more money? Because we've got proof that there's consultants doing that. The great thing about this business is we've got folk from all walks of life. We've got doctors, nurses, solicitors, accountants, sales guys like myself, but the majority of our network isn't sales. Is anyone else on this call from sales background? Connor, are you?
So I used to do a bit of retail sales and all that sort of stuff. So kind of, and then my work just now, I sort of deal with sales every single day.
Cool, right, okay. So Kathleen, today what did we do to go and be proactive? What were we up to today?
Well, we're just round about where I live, just chatting to my neighbours' doors and just seeing if we can help anybody save money. I think that's a big thing for me as well. I know Connor was saying he's obviously in sales, but one of these wee leaflets popped me through doors.
We popped them through doors in Kathleen's local area, and it's just a wee card that says, look, we are rated #1 by Which magazine. Most folk don't know that. Everyone wants to be with the best, and they also want to pay the least. So we popped those through the doors, and how many of the neighbours said that they'd love to hear more about becoming a customer?
5 appointments we got.
5.
Yeah.
Now,
can I just say as well, Dale, again, I think Leanne said about stepping outside your comfort zone. That for me, I always thought surely you don't need to do sales with this, but because I'm not a salesperson, but see when you get it in your head that it's about helping people, I think that was a biggie for me. So again, it's just talking to yourself and saying, do you know what, this is what I want to do. I want to help people save money. If you can help people earn money at the same time, then brilliant.
Yeah. And so 5 from, was that about, maybe, let's call it an hour and a half's activity.
Yeah.
So an hour and a half's activity to generate 5 appointments in your diary. And let's just be pessimistic. Let's say only one of those 5 people decide to actually join as a customer. Then we're on at least £200 odd because we get paid more for homeowners. So that, and that's us being pessimistic. Probably going to get more than 1 out of 5 saying, do you know what, I'd love to get access to one of the best value energy tariffs in the market, and I'd love to have the Which magazine best broadband in the UK. So the chances are you'll actually have more than that, but that's how it can be. But like you said, it was about getting out your comfort zone. Nothing happens in life unless we're prepared to put in the work, put in the time, and basically jump out the comfort zone. But you'd also touched on the personal development.
Yeah, definitely.
UW are big in that, aren't they?
They're massive in that for me. I'm going to be honest, prior to this, I'd have probably been like that. I don't know. Maybe a load of rubbish, but I must say, reading books or just even listening to audiobooks and things like that, that's what just drives you and makes you think, do you know what, it's just about helping people, and it's about being in the right frame of mind, and just, as we keep talking about, doing things that maybe you don't want to do, but you know that if you do it and you push yourself to do it, you'll definitely get the results for it. So
yeah. And just on that, Evan knows the book I'm about to bring on, because we've just done a Zoom call before this live. If anyone watching would like to know about why so many folk join UW, so as well as getting paid that really crazy upfront income, We also get paid royalty income. Now, royalty income is being paid for something month after month, even though you only did it one time. So every time we swap somebody to UW, we get that big hit of income, but we then get an ongoing commission from the customer's bill every month for the rest of our life. It's only £3, or maybe it can be as much as £5. But if you're getting £5 every single month after month, year after year, that tots up. And if you've got hundreds of customers, it eventually tots up to what we call beach money. And Beach Money is a book written by a guy who joined a business very similar to ours. He was an airline cabin crew, I think he was. Joined a business, and in the space of a few years of part-time effort, he ended up building a royalty income that meant he was able to quit his job, even though he quite liked it, quit it, and just lived on the royalty income every single month. And that's what UW can also do for folks. So, and that's the kind of personal development books that they talk about, don't they, Kathleen?
Yeah, definitely.
Cool. So if anyone wants to get a book, if you're in the team and you haven't read Beach Money, you've got to read it. And if you're not in the team and you like reading, it's about an hour and a half read, and it'll totally educate you on a completely different way to get paid for the rest of your life. And it's a much better way of getting paid. That's what the rich people do in the world. The rich folk are not working in shops serving us behind counters. They're not working in cafes, or they're not working in car showrooms selling cars like I was. The wealthy people in the world are enjoying their life because they have assets that pay them a monthly income, whether they do anything or not. And that's what this business does. It's an asset that pays a royalty income. Did I explain that well enough? Cool. Right. So Connor's actually come on the call, and he's all branded. He's putting me to shame. Good on you, son. So Connor, for the folk listening, and as I say, a lot of folk are watching the replay, would you mind just giving the troops a wee bit of background about yourself, same as the girls have done?
Right. So I'm 27. When I'd left school, I worked in retail sales. Did that for maybe about 5-6 years. Then I was like, I need to make something in my life. So I went to college, and then I did basically the training and all that sort of stuff to be a engineer for the Merchant Navy. And then did a bit of that. So I was away travelling the world, working on a boat. And then I went, nah, no for me. I don't really like being away from home. And then I decided to come back. And then I got a training manager job in a recycling company. And then I've sort of worked my way up, and I'm a operations manager now. So I decided basically to give UW a try. I honestly think it was maybe one of Leanne's posts for Sack the Boss. And then I think I've maybe just read it, and then I've sort of ignored it for a wee while, and then I've seen another one. And then I've just sort of ended up clicking on it and going, I'm just going to give this a try kind of thing. So I work now, so I leave my house before 6 in the morning, and then I don't get in till after 6 at night. So, and that's Monday to Friday, and then the same on a Saturday, but I'll finish at 2. So I'm doing a hell of a lot of hours. So there's probably people that's maybe watching this, or if they end up seeing it, would be like, oh, I might just not have the time. Listen, you've definitely got the time. If you've got the time to sit and watch Line and Duty on a Sunday night, you've clearly got an hour a week spare that you could easily be doing this. Right. So that's why I sort of decided to give it a try. That, and then obviously the royalty income side of stuff. When I've been speaking to people, you will obviously get the ones that will be like, nah, you can't sort of make that much money in for doing not really that much work, but it's purely the mindset. I think people have this thing in their head that they're meant to go and work 9 till 5, Monday to Friday, maybe for like, £1,500 a month or something like that. Yeah, they'll always be the ones that are on Twitter like, there must be more to life than working 9 till 5. And then you're like, this is how obviously the rich people end up getting all this free time, and they can do what they want purely because of this sort of royalty income. So it's kind of, even for sort of younger people like, well, I say younger people, but people like myself who they maybe get to the age and they start thinking maybe about their pension or whatever, or maybe what they're wanting to do. Because everybody always being like, well, they always end up like, oh, I'm going to be sitting on a beach when I'm 60. And you're just like, well, how are you going to plan on doing that, working 9 till 5? Yeah, kind of thing. And it's obviously like just like that book, Beach Money. that's basically just gives you the keys and how to do it.
That's it. That's what got me involved. I had my final year in Audi. I was like 80 odd grand, and my P83, I think it was, my P60. And some folk would say to me, "Why would you leave a position like that to do this?" And I'm like, "Well, because although I can make that money, I'm doing 70 hours a week, and I'll need to do it till I'm 67."
Yeah.
And by the way, you are still young. I'm 45, so I'd love to be 29 or 28, whatever age you said you were. So you're still the young team to me. But yeah, it's the royalty income. It really can change things for you. So who was it that introduced you?
So I think it was just genuinely seeing Leanne's post, but I think I'd maybe just seen it, and it's just subconsciously went in. Same with everybody, just sitting scrolling on your phone. You just read it, and then you maybe just scroll past it, and then you just end up seeing it all the time. So I think it was end up just being that, and then I just turned around and went, "Do you know what? I'm just going to give this a try."
Yeah.
Just to sort of see what it was like. But unfortunately, Leanne didn't refer me, but it was definitely through one of her posts, I reckon.
I was wondering if you'd seen it through me or not, and I was like...
Well, that's good. That was good of you to share that, Leanne, because that's what we're about. We're trying to help folk, try to give them an opportunity. Because I think, Connor, you did say, I think what you said there is quite important. Most people were conditioned at school to go out and get a job 9 to 5, Monday, Friday, and do that for 40 years.
Yeah.
That's what this education system is teaching us to do. Now, my wife's going to kill me because, she's a teacher. I just think that's an outdated model. The world has changed dramatically. Technology is... Look at cryptocurrency. They now got Dogecoin and all that. They're freaking £1 billion. You'd never have thought all this was happening, but there's so many ways where folk can make money, and they don't have to do that traditional route of slogging their guts out all the time. And I just think that's what we're always trying to get across to folk. But we're also only looking for the smart, the ones that see that opportunity. Because there are some folk that, you could slap them in the face till they're blue, showing them that you can make 4 or 5 times the money, but because it's not what they've always done, they'll just poo-poo it. I don't know what we can do with those folk. We can just only keep trying to educate them. That's all we can do. But listen, Connor, you've also had quite a good start with us, haven't you?
So I only joined, 31st of March I had joined. And at first, same as everybody, they obviously have the questions or the uncertainty. Like, I'm really antisocial. Like, I could probably count how many pals I've got in one hand. So at first I was dead nervous because I was like, I'm going to need to network. And I used to, like when I worked in retail, it was dead easy to speak to people. And then I was like, but I've sort of grown out of that and I'm dead antisocial. But you just, like you said, it's just a sort of flip in the mindset. And you're obviously going to get out of it what you put in. So
totally.
Like I said, I do loads of hours, so I'll maybe do a couple of hours of this a week, but a couple of hours of this a week would pay the exact same as me working full time. So I think it's just like you say, it's just kind of putting yourself out there and just being willing to sort of take the risk. And if you speak to people and they don't like it, then you're never going to see them again in your life. So why would you even? You shouldn't sort of obviously let it get to you. No one likes being rejected or anything like that, but like you say, well, people obviously avoid negativity and all that, so I think it's just kind of a case of that. If somebody says no, then that's it. Move on to the next one. Don't let it get you down.
Great point. And just for anyone in the team that's watching, just remember, when somebody says no thank you to this opportunity, they're not saying no thank you to you or me. They're saying that they're not ready. And that's not our fault. And it's not their fault either. It just means that they need more time to absorb it and to understand that there maybe is just a better way of doing things. But a lot of times, when we see new information, we don't just see something new the first time and we're totally sold. We need to get it drip fed to us. A bit like what you just said, that you think you maybe saw a couple of posts from Leanne and it's maybe drip fed to you that, do you know what, this might actually be a really good option.
Yeah. I think a lot of people tend to find that because they've sort of never heard of utility warehouse and stuff, they'll maybe be like, oh no, I need to sort of stick with the normal brands and stuff like that. But I think many people are walking about with like fake designer gear on. It's just a lot cheaper and it just does the exact same. So that's the way I sort of describe it.
Yeah, no, I like that. Also, I use the analogy of Tesla. Everyone knows Tesla's like up there with the best now, but they don't advertise. And, you know, it's almost they've got their presence in the world through word of mouth.
Yeah.
Because, you know, they came from nowhere and now they are like Elon Musk is just the man.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'm not saying UW or Tesla or anything like that, but because we don't advertise and we are very unique and we've got all the awards to show that we're the best broadband provider for the last 10 years and we've been the top energy provider out of all the big 6 energy providers for the last 10 years, but we don't go and telly shouting about it. So when folks say, who's Utility Warehouse, it's only because we're not plastering ourselves all over the telly, but independently, we're still the best.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's I always use the Tesla thing. But listen, Connor, thanks a lot, mate. That's been really, good to hear all the backgrounds, and I'm glad that you've had a good start and that you're doing well with us. Did we talk money? What kind of average are you doing an hour?
Well, because I've obviously just started, I've not really. I've signed up quite a few customers, but it's literally just it's dead easy. I don't see, obviously, when you're doing the presentation and stuff like that, because everything's there for you. It's not as if you're needing to get like wee bits and bobs in or anything like that to try and make the sale. If they like what they see, they're going to obviously buy it, and if not, then it is what it is kind of thing. That's what I quite like about it, because it's not hard selling or anything like that. You just turn in and just say, if it's for you, it's for you. If it's not, it's not, and then you move on. But I've obviously not had my first commission, but I'd imagine, based on obviously the customers that I've signed up, then I can only imagine that it'll be good. Time will tell.
Well, how many customers have you done?
I think I've done about 6 or something like that now, and then I've got quite a few other ones lined up for the rest of this week.
The good thing was because it can pay so much per customer, you don't need to do a lot.
Yeah.
4 customers a month can be £1,600.
Yeah.
If you get the right 4 customers. And there are lots of people in our network that's all they do. They do 1 customer a week, round about their full-time job, to almost double their salary.
Yeah.
But they don't double their hours. And that's the beauty. So listen, Connor, thanks a lot for all that. Now, last, but by no means least, we're going to go to Evan. Evan's been with us the longest. So Evan, wee bit of background for folk listening. And how long have you been here? Oh, Evan, I can't hear you. No, don't hear him. Can anyone else hear Evan?
No.
Or is it just me? No,
I think he might be on mute.
You hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah, it's
this is a live show, people.
It's because of the camera. I've got the new camera, so it's obviously no link through with the StreamYard. So background, I started December just last year. So 6 months I've been in the business. I'd followed posts since August to the December before I actually thought I'm going to give it a bash. So I'd been following, keeping a trail through my friend Sarah, and it was just one day at my work. It's similar to what Connor was saying, just scrolling past, and I thought, right, it's time to give it a bash because a little bit extra money. There's quite a few things I wanted to do in the house. I've also got a 2-year-old, so things like that. I thought, right, nothing to lose. Stuff like kind of broadband and stuff is interesting. I've got a bit of background with stuff like that anyway. So started off, speak to friends and family, working through. I had a really good start. So my first month, my 3rd month was the biggest pay. But I'd put a lot of work in to obviously build it up from that. So over the course of the 6 months, 3 months first of all was really good, and then on my 4th month came to March, it was like done loads and loads of appointments, over 30 appointments, nothing, no customers, no money at all. It was draining, totally draining. But I knew obviously the momentum that I had going forward, it was going to happen at some point, so I was prepared for it. But unfortunately, it was a month that I needed things to work for the holiday, for the Maldives. But on the plus side, I got a weekend in Budapest for later on in the year qualified, so that was just a bonus at the end of the day. That's the way you should see it. But because I was on a good roll, I thought, right, this is going to happen, sort of thing. Put loads of time in, more than probably what I would probably like to at the start. But I thought, right, the more time I put in, the more I'll get back. But I felt as if the more I was putting in, the harder it was getting for me. So towards the end of the month, took a little step back there, kind of refreshed. Start of April, started a good start again. So just started working numbers again. And then the good thing about this though is you can stop and start and pick it up, because I've obviously, more like most people, I work full time. I've got a wee one, so things are busy at the best of times. So whenever you feel it's getting to that stage, then you can just take a step back. Don't need to worry about it for a week, 2 weeks, a month, whatever your life throws at you, and then it's there for you again to pick up whenever you want it.
So see, when you took your wee step back, just because you'd had a wee runny nose, and I totally get why you took the step back. It was a good idea. Who phoned you up shouting at you? Why are you not working?
Nobody. Just the demons in my head saying, "Why are you not doing this? You've done so good so far." But
yeah, but that's my point. The point is, in a normal workplace, if you were to tools down in your normal work, your boss will be straight on your back saying, "What are you doing? Why are you not doing this?" And then it's in for disciplinaries or, letters of, because your conduct's not right. But in this world, you get to tools down at your pace and you get to gather your thoughts. You can plug yourself back into online training, because the training's constantly free of charge online, all provided by UW. They spend £2 million a year on all the training for the network. Regain your mojo and straight back at it.
Yep.
Money-wise, first 6 months, how would you say it's panned out?
Better than I could ever imagined. If somebody told me, say December last year, right, for talking sake when I started, if somebody told me that you would have made just shy of £8,000 in a part-time role, well, not even part-time, probably less than part-time, just working from home, then I'd probably, like most people say, it's too good to be true, and just push it away and say nah, because at the end of the day, it does sound too good to be true.
Does, but that was £8,000, just under.
Just shy of £8,000, yep.
Everyone's all right for a tap.
It's given me choices. Like when I started, it was home improvements. I wanted to do things in the driveway, get bits and bobs in the house and stuff like that done. So it gave me the choice to do that. Other words, how long would it take me to save up to do that on the side, just working? Because you've got your bills to pay and you've got your everyday spending in life to obviously live, on top of home improvements and stuff. So so now I've started doing bits, and most of the house is done, and most of the outside and stuff like that's done. So next target,
you got your new driveway all done. I saw that. It's lovely.
New driveway's all done. We've got lights put up on the outside of the house. Just different bits and bobs, and Nicole had a good birthday as well. So just different bits and bobs like that.
All paid for from your work with us.
All paid extra. Yep. So it's all extra money. So I just keep it all separate, so that way you know what money's your money you've actually worked for as such, and then this is just like what I see is pocket money and spending money, or saving money, depending on what way you want to look at it.
Brilliant, mate. Really good. Well done.
That's just keeping me going, to be honest. Now, because I can see why people, if they start off and they don't have that instant success, people just think, oh, I can't do it. Whereas I had a good start and then I experienced that, but I know that works, and I've been on loads of training videos and I've seen everybody else's success, and as part of the process, you're going to have good times, you're going to have bad times or slow times, and you've just got to get through it.
Yeah. Well, I think the other thing is we live in a world of instant gratification. We can pick this device up and get pretty much anything we need almost instantly. So it means when you come to maybe a position like this, again, if you don't get instant success, sometimes you start going down on yourself and you start thinking, oh, I must be shite. Oh, sorry, this is a live. I've done it now. So, you just start looking inwards and you start thinking you're not good enough, or you can't do these things. But it's nothing to do with that. It's just we're so used to being able to get a McDonald's delivered to our door within 5 minutes that we expect when you join this business, you think if you're not getting instant success that you're a failure at times. But what folk won't know about me, see, when I joined this business, it took me 18 months to get promoted to team leader. Now, Evan, how long did it take you to get promoted to team leader?
12 weeks.
There you go.
So 3 months.
12 weeks for you. 18 months for me. I was rubbish at this when I started. And the reason I was rubbish is because I'm from a sales background. So what I was doing is I was going out trying to sell everyone gas and electricity. And that's not what this is about. This is about helping people build extra income. And it just so happens when they join as partners, they become customers anyway, and they buy the gas and electricity. But it's all done by helping people earn a side income over and above their job. And I didn't realise that. And that's what took me so long to start hitting professional ranks in this business. Now, 10 years later, I've got a little bit better, which is why we created Sack the Boss, because Sack the Boss is nothing about saving money in your bills, because I don't go around badgering everyone to say, can I swap you over to a utility warehouse? I talk to folk about, look, would it be useful for you to have an additional income stream that pays really good money up front and also builds a royalty income that in the future will allow you to retire maybe 20 years earlier than the government has planned for you? And, you know, I'm 45, so my retirement age, I think 67. So the government wants me to work for another 22 years. Trust me. I won't, you know, 3, 4, 5 years max, and I'm gone, because I don't need to do any more than that once you build royalty income. So, Evan, it's a really good story to hear that you've had such a good start. And I'm not saying I'm pleased, but it was nice to hear that you had that dip and that challenge as well, because I think that more than anything is important for other people in the team to hear. To let them know that, you know, even the good guys, or, you know, the ones that are perceived to be top performers, they can have good months and bad months too. But
just natural.
And what I've also noticed is you're on extra, because I'm a trainer for the company. So when I'm on delivering company trainings, I have a wee scan through the names, and I've seen your name on company trainings, repeating trainings that you've already done. But that shows me that you've got that focus. So listen, I've went over. I said 30 minutes. It's 40. I'm really sorry, everyone. So listen, for those that are watching, I can see we've got more live viewers now than we've had at the start, and we'll have lots more watching this on replay. We tend to get, you know, hundreds, if not thousands, of folk watching it on replay. So listen, if anyone has been, if you know Evan, or you know Leanne, or you know Connor, or you know Kathleen, and you'd like to know a little bit more, if you reach out to them directly through social media, would that be okay if anyone's watching, if they were to do that? Reach out directly to them, because Leanne, Evan, Connor and Kathleen, they all have an 11-minute video that they can quite easily send you via WhatsApp, and it explains all about UW. We've got Joanna Lumley, OBE, is the face of our brand. It explains all about the pay plan. So if anything you've heard today and you're thinking, oh, I'd like to know a bit more, reach out to them directly, or you can inquire through Sack the Boss, but please just let me know who you know in the team, because I'd rather direct you back to that person directly. If for any reason you don't know anyone in the team, you're welcome to inquire at Sack the Boss, and it'll be myself that replies to you. And I can give you the 11-minute video. But ladies, gents, thank you so much for jumping on. I think it's been really good to hear all your feedback, and I'll leave you with that. I'm away for a beer.
Enjoy.
All right. So,
cheers. See you later on.
Thanks a lot. Later, everyone.
Bye.